What up, what up, what up, good people?
Good people.
I am the man, J Bone.
Your boy Bills.
We are two regular brothers,
And we on a podcast.
just two regular brothers doing a podcast. Please like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
I can't talk today. Yeah, I can't talk. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, we're gonna get right at it. We're gonna talk about eras, different eras, or I guess it's specifically called decades. What is your favorite decade, man? As far as everything, as far as style, as far as clothes, as far as cars, movies, the whole nine. 80s. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get into that as the beat rides out. Our theme song.
You already know
Oh, Cottonmouth Slave.
It's got kind of a 70s feel to it.
it. You know what?
Slightly. Kind of a Isaac Hayes type tone.
You know
He was very instrumental in the sound of the 70s.
what our mamas never listened to.
Yeah, his sound of that
Yeah.
decade. I mean, you had others. James Brown, definitely set the tone.
Yeah.
But I think, it was mainly, man, Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, the 70s.
Yeah, he the one
Man,
had
you
that
Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye, man. You can't forget about the greats. Yeah.
but that sound that wah, 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 that was
No, that's that wow wow off that bass.
that was Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
I
about.
don't think we needed that, but
I was just trying to show you how I heard what I heard.
oh my goodness, okay.
Yeah, That's how it goes.
But man, okay, so maybe everything we might not agree on everything that was cool in the 70s. Because I mean, we was kids,
Right.
so
The stuff we do remember.
yeah, we don't know a whole lot about the 70s.
I remember my mom used to dress me in the 70s. Now I know what the fashion was like in the 70s.
Yeah, so
It was terrible.
I
It was terrible.
I think the best, my favorite part of the 70s was the music. I think the music was better in the 70s than any other decade.
I don't know why I remember this, but the best thing about the 70s and the 80s to me was the price of stuff.
I'm definitely in the 70s.
Man, I remember, man.
Let's not move into the 80s
I
because
was-
the prices went up in the 80s. But in the 70s, yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
You can get a candy bar. You can get a big Snicker candy bar for 25
Yeah,
cents.
25 cents.
25 cents.
A big bag with potato chips for 50 cents. What they selling for $1.79 now?
Yeah. Yeah.
What, $2.29?
Yeah. Was it 50 cents?
50 cents.
Yeah. I know the candy bars was 25 cents.
I remember
that.
I remember potato chips used to come in a box.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Jay's
Some of
potato
them did.
chips.
Not all of them
Yeah,
did.
not all of them, but a lot of them came in a box.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of products that disappeared from the 70s.
Grippos. See, I'm from a different area code.
Yeah, you put me on them Grippos.
Them Grippos, they always came in a bag.
They probably had them in the city when I was growing up, and I just wasn't paying attention to them. We had other snack favorites.
What about the cars in the 70s?
Oh man, bro!
I like the cars in the 70s, man. I like them.
I told you my favorite car is from the 70s. That suicide door Lincoln
The
Continental.
Lincoln Continental.
70, 71.
Was that? Oh, was it 70? It
Yeah,
was 70?
70
Okay.
and 71.
Yeah. You had the Deuce and a Quarter Buick. That was the copycat. That was the poor man's Cadillac.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
get you a Buick Deuce and a Quarter, you were close to.
Hey, you was doing something.
Yeah. You that was a nice whip.
You get out that car with that long what they call them, Cool 100 cigarette. That motherfucker about this long. You get out the car with that and them little shiny pointy-toed church shoes, boy, you was doing something.
What's some other things you remember the 70s, dog, that don't exist no more today? That
In
you
the
think of?
70s?
Yeah. I got a few that come in my head right now.
Me too. The telephone with the house phone with them long cords.
Okay.
That smell of them straightening cones when they was straightening my sister
cone.
and them hair, them hot cones.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then women walking around with the rollers in their hair. You understand? All that. I remember that.
Yup.
You remember that?
I do.
Definitely, bro.
Here's some things I remember. The telephone booths.
Oh, yeah.
On the streets.
On my mama.
You know, going to the telephone, you use the telephone, you had a little booth you go into it. Yeah.
The one around our house, it was a homeless man always in there, so we ain't never get a chance.
Or just a payphone. Sometimes we're in the booth, you know.
Right.
Sometimes we wasn't just the payphone there.
Yeah, payphone.
Yeah. Another thing, man, it was actually my first one. I don't forgot it already. Okay. I'm gonna have to come back to that. I gotta remember, man. You go ahead.
There's a lot of stuff that disappeared that we didn't have in the 70s. You talk about the 70s. Big wheels.
The 70s.
You remember the big wheels?
Yeah, I remember. No, okay. Remember the stereos?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the big stereos that literally was like a cabinet.
Bruh, yeah, I got one right now in my garage. I got left it. And it's worth some money too. Okay. But it got to be refurbished. You know what I mean? It's missing some of the bulbs and accelerators that go to it. But yeah, I got one right now. You got to lift up the cabinet. It looked just like a piece of wood, a wood cabinet or something. Mm-hmm. But you lift it up. You got the little speakers on the side. I got an 8-track in mine and a turntable. It's like a 8-inch turntable though. It ain't one of the big ones. Yeah, I remember them, man. Every black family had one of them, and if it didn't work, they just set the TV on top of it.
Yeah, set everything on top of it. Yeah.
Hey, boy, we said Thanksgiving dinner off of there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. My favorite car in the 70s though was probably, that Lincoln. Suicide doors was nasty.
Man, that Lincoln.
That was nasty.
I'm telling you, bro. I think that was one of the future. They thought was the future when that came out.
And I always liked big coupes, so that's why I'm a big fan of the cars in the 70s, because they was big, man. All of them were big, man.
Yeah.
You got your 4-door coupe, man. That was like almost like a big ass boat. You know what I mean?
Man, you think they be putting money in cars? Now they was putting money. I think who was that? Isaac Hayes had his car all gold.
Yeah, I think it was.
They had a couple of more of them pimps and
I think it was.
Man, they was out there decorating them things, boy.
Yeah.
I think some people in the 70s had some little small TVs in their car.
Yeah, some of them did. Yeah, and telephones.
Yeah, and telephones.
Yeah, and telephones.
Well, that was way ahead of time.
I can't believe I'm forgetting what else that existed in the 70s that no longer existed that I had in my head. That was the first thing. Then I forgot about it. But it's a lot of stuff, man. It's crazy how time changes, man. How, technology changes.
Everything. Everything changes.
Yeah, like you said, the long telephone cord.
Taking the cord outside.
In your house.
Yeah.
The rabbit ears on the TV. You used to have little rabbit ears, you know what I mean?
Man, we had antennas outside. We had to go up on the roof.
And you put the aluminum foil on top of the antenna
to make the reception right.
Yeah, to make the reception better. Yeah.
Man, make the whole everything clear up and out.
We thought it did.
Straight up.
Well, sometimes it did. Yeah, you're right. It did work. Its TV be fuzzy. Put some aluminum foil on top of the antenna wires.
I didn't use aluminum foil for everything. I don't even know how we used to put batteries in the freezer in aluminum foil.
Oh, you're trying to make them last longer?
I'm trying to tell you, man. So aluminum foil was for everything. Cooking, we smoked out the aluminum foil, everything.
That's what I was thinking. It finally came to me, man.
What?
Remember they used to have vending machines for cigarettes?
Oh, man, sure did.
Yeah, remember that?
$1.75, $1.25, something like that.
You could put anybody could get them cigarettes, man. Yeah. Put money in the vending machine and get you a pack of cigarettes.
Oh.
Yeah. And back in them days, man, you could smoke anywhere.
Yeah, and then you seen younger people smoking back then, 12, 13 years old, believe it or not, on the corner with a cigarette.
Man, you can, yeah, because you can go to the vending machine, man, and if you had
get you a pack.
get you a pack of cigarettes, man, and nobody would know.
Man,
And that was back in the day when your mama would send you to the store to get
man,
some cigarettes.
$5, $10 went a long way, bro. Now, like I can kind of
$1 went a long way.
Yeah. That's why this generation of kids don't wanna work for nothing. Like we used to have hustles, man. We'd go pump gas at the gas station, cut grass. You know what I mean? Help carry bags in the house. You know what I mean? You stand outside the grocery store and carry post groceries to their car. We had hustles. Nowadays, man, I had these two little shorties, man, walk past the street the other day. You see they just on some mischievous shit.
Mischievous, yeah.
You know, hey man, y'all wanna wash my car? I'll pay y'all. Man, they was not going. They was like, nah, why would we do that? I think they think I was trying to stalk them or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they just ain't got that tenacity to want to do the stuff that we did.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So it's just different, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the best era might have been the 70s. Man.
Yeah, I think so. Now, at the same time, man, we were forced to be able to provide for ourselves too, because our parents weren't playing that, man. That was also a time when your parents told you had to go outside,
man,
and you had to stay outside.
Yeah, and if Jordan was invented back then, he wouldn't have made no money. I can tell you that right now. Cause we was still at Jewel's at the grocery stores buying your shoes, boy. I had so many pairs of Jocks and MA100s. It don't make no sense, boy. I could have had. If I would have saved them, they might be worth some money right now. I'm trying to tell you, boy. That's all they bought me was Jocks, LA Gears, MA100s, Troops. BKs, what is you talking about, bro?
Right.
So it wasn't none of that passing out no money. If you got something, you traded it with your cousin because your cousin had already been wearing it for 6 months.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the coolest era. I mean, it was a tough era at the same time. Like I said, man, our parents didn't, you know, parenting skills was a lot different back in those days. Like I said, man, your parents would tell you to go outside and play, and you had to go, and you couldn't come back in, man, until it got dark. You know,
man.
If you did,
you ain't want to. It was so much to do. I mean, it was so much to do in our adolescence.
That's true.
You
felt like you was missing something if you went outside.
Everything was new.
But the reason why you felt like you missing something outside because kids their ass had to be outside. So, you know what I'm saying? So
they was in there doing them lines in that house. They didn't want the kids in that house. They was in there doing lines and having hookah parties before hookahs was even invented.
But you was literally missing something, man, because all the other kids were outside because they had to be. So they was making something, they was doing something, you know what I mean? And
I don't know how many times my little nasty ass to walked in the house and picked up the wrong cup for somebody grown and they had a whole goddamn a whole drink. You understand what I'm saying? Knowing what I was doing.
Right.
So, you know, yeah. It was a fun time, man. It was more adventurous. Like they didn't mind you sleeping